Shedeur Sanders just got drafted in the NFL draft. As I dropped the video a couple of days ago, and I was talking about how the NFL draft was coming and how 257 players will be picked and the minimum salary and all those things. And the biggest story of the draft obviously was Shedeur Sanders, the son of Hall of Famer and legendary and current coach of Colorado, which is Deion Sanders. But anyway, many people felt that Shedeur being drafted in the fifth round is a travesty. Some people say no, he deserved it. Some people say the reason why he dropped so low was because of how the NFL owners feel about his dad, Deion Sanders. Some people felt like he just wasn't as good as people think he is. Whatever the reasons that you heard everybody talking about, clearly people thought he was going to go in the first round. And let me tell you why. First off, let's just go over his quick background really quick. When he was in college, right? Look at these awards this guy won. I mean, 8th in Heisman voting, Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year in 2024, first team All Big, AP Pac 12 Newcomer of the Year. And I can keep on reading these and go on and on and on, but he has so many awards. And all the records he set at Colorado, I mean, with the season passing records, I mean, as you can see, there's just so many things that you can read them at your will, but he has a lot of stock going into this draft. And that's why people thought he was going to be like one of the top picks in the first round. Well, he ended up sliding all the way to the fifth round, which is the final and third day. Let me just point out something that a lot of people are skipping over. When you look at this article here, right, and I've been reading a lot of these articles about this draft because a lot of people don't follow the draft. I mean, but I'm a sports entertainment attorney, so I look at these things. Sometimes I have clients in them. Sometimes I already have clients in NFL or in the NBA or whatever sport. So I pay attention to these things. But I can tell you, many people, the casual fans, don't really watch the draft, right? And if you look at this article right here, it says the NFL draft round one draws 13.6 million viewers, the second highest ever. I think the first highest was in 2020. But it was an increase from last year, which was at 12.3 million. And typically, that's just for the first round. But let me tell you, if you go into the numbers of the viewership of people who watch the second and final day, the second and third day, I'm sure that number is very, very low. But because Shedeur hung around to the fifth and the final day, several people stayed tuned in. And that increased the NFL's viewership of the NFL draft. Some people are even going as far as to say, oh man, this was done on purpose. The NFL wanted more viewership, so they used Shedeur to keep people hanging around to watch it. But as you see here, this guy, he didn't get drafted to the fifth round. And as a result of that, his contract, let me see if I got his contract here. He is reported now, because the final evaluation hadn't came out yet, but it's reported that he will earn, as you see here, 4-year deal, $4.5 to $4.6 million. That's what's being reported. The final evaluations have not been done, but you tell me. I mean, I know people have their own opinions about whether he should have been drafted higher or lower or whatever it is, but do you think that this was some sort of ploy to keep people around for the viewership? Because I got to tell you, I spoke to many casual fans, and they were watching. It was all over the internet, all over social media, and they said once he got drafted in the fifth round on the final day, they immediately cut their TV off and they stopped watching. I don't know. You tell me. What do you think? Do you think that this was something that the NFL set up to where to get more viewers? And if they do, so be it. But I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I even go along with that. But several people have made those comments and made those, those kind of theories that, oh, this was all set up. I don't know. You tell me what you think, because this guy has the records. He has the numbers. He was a Heisman Trophy finalist, or at least he was 8th in the voting, won several awards. He had the numbers. Why do you think Shedeur dropped the number 5, which ultimately lowered his contract? Albeit, yeah, some people gonna say, oh yeah, but Attorney Jeff, he's fine. His dad is rich and he had a big NIL deal. I understand it, but he still wants to make as much money as possible. So you tell me, like, comment, subscribe, and share below. I want to hear from you. Why do you think he fell so low? Do you think this was a whole thing by the NFL to keep viewership up, or do you think that the NFL owners just wasn't rocking with him? They just like, yeah, I know you had the awards, but we're just not feeling it. Anyway, I want to hear from you. It's your brother, Attorney Jeff.